Hi everyone. So today this video I will show you how to create a production key and sandbox key in real time example. Let's start how to do that one. So already we know we are using developer portal. This is one of the endpoints we are using in API Manager. And those who are watching this video newly, kindly go through my channel. Already there's two video already uploaded here. One for admin user creation. So this user we are using for login our all the portals like developer portal, publisher portal, carbon portal and admin portal. And one video already premiere tomorrow, that is how to create a custom phrase application in the new user, and that user how we will use for our real-time activity. So this video we will see that new application. So that application we'll use that application and create one new sample from the scratch, how to create a production key and sandbox key. So this video is depends on previous videos, so kindly complete these videos how to create a custom application, so you will at least understand how to create one application and how to create a production key and sandbox key. So let's start how to do that one. Let me open this test demo. So initially if you are opening this application, this is some basic description test application demo, and this is the business plan and workflow status and application owner. So if you go through production key, so this key it will give you some description and it will give some specification about this while generating the API, generating the keys. So first of all this is key and secret. So it will give you two things. One, it will give you one key and it will give you one secret. So combining both one, it will use one next videos how to use one token API to verify that one. So here you can see that it's giving one token endpoint. So this token endpoint we will use in our real time activity and we will use in our real time application in upcoming videos. So revoke endpoint, just example, you created one token. So after using revoke, you will unable to use that token in for accessing APIs. So grant type, what kind of grant type you want to use in your application. There are various grant type here, refresh token, SAML2, password, client credential. So hope it's visible for everyone what kind of grant types it's providing by WSO2 API Manager. And if you scroll down, so it's giving a few more features, just example, you created one access token. So how long you want to still active the token. So it's already not available, means it's all limited now. So if you want to restriction your specific API timeline, so you can add here. So it's considering as a millisecond, you can add it here. Okay. So if you same for it is providing features for application token, user access token. Application token basically it's required for creating any consent ID or creating any specific creating any authorization API or PAR API. So for example in our KSA open banking, there are multiple part of videos are there, multiple parts of layer, while you are reaching, means while you are accessing any API, it's required on access token to do that one. For example, if you are using any application access token, it's required to use while creating consent, it's required to pass this application token, or you are creating any client ID through DCS for the dynamic authentication process, so it's required that activity. So user access token basically it's required to generate one user access token. So that token will use for our or accessing our APIs, for example account API or beneficiary API or any balance API. So if you want to access that API, so that purpose it's required user access token. So refresh token, for example your access token already expired, so you need not go through whole flow creating consent ID, PAR request or authorize API to authorize the consent, it's not required. So you will use one more API, refresh token, to refresh your access token, so that API you can reuse your accessing your API. ID token also one type of API access token, instead of using user access token, if you want to ID token also, even you can able to access your APIs. So enable PKCE, these are some features is providing by API Manager, and support plain text you want to use, then you can use in our real-time activity. So below if you see here generate key, so if you click this generate key, so it is taking some time to validate is it already you are valid user or not. So below you can see the right side bottom right, application key generated successfully. That means we are successfully generated our token key. if you scroll up, not token key, the consumer key and consumer secret. So this is our consumer key, new consumer key. If you enable this one, right? So now you can see this is my consumer secret. So hope you guys are understand like how to generate production key in your real-time example. So same for like is auth token, like same as usual, like we are generating production key, right? So if you go through API's key, so this is like some restriction about your particular like key, like your production key and secret. You want to validate through API or you want to restriction through HTTP reference web server, that you can do also. So sandbox key, like as usual, like same as for production key only. The only one difference here, like production key we are using basically in a real time corporate journey, like production key we are using for our actual endpoint, means our production live endpoint, and sandbox key basically we are using for our testing activity, just for you are creating any static request and response and you want to invoke in your API. So that purpose, the scenario, like we need to use sandbox auth key. So let's like both are same, so we need not like discuss more, like token and revoke already you are aware. Grant type, like depends on your API validation, you can use here. So these are like some application key, mean these are some access token, as you already discussed, like we are need to use in our API, like how many times you want to like keep your active, means active your access token. So below like generate keys there, right? So if I click generate keys here, so you can see it showing what application keys generated successfully. So hope like this like pop-up window, maybe if you scroll up you can see here, right? So it successfully generated sandbox key also. So like those who are already like see like how we can generate production key, now already you see here, right? So how we can generate like sandbox key. So same for like auth token, like the same you can visible here. And if you go through API's key, so same as like restriction of production key features we saw, right? So same for sandbox key as well. You want to use like in API address restriction, or if you want to use any HTTP reference, so you can use it here. So I hope like you guys are understand like how we can generate your production key and how we can generate your sandbox key in real time example. So those who are newly watching video, that is so beyond doubt. So regularly like I'm uploading like all technical related videos and WSO related videos. So in upcoming also I'm planning to upload AI related videos which will helpful for your future. So thank you so much, like those who are watching my video, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel, so it will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you so much.